come back if they're great if they don't read. But that's the case in Arkansas, which recently adopted this approach and funded literacy coaches.
All right, we are live. I hear somebody's. There we go. Welcome everyone. Today is Friday. It is our weekly Q&A day. So before we get started today, I do want to share with you how you can join if you are a member, how you can join us in the Zoom. So let me go ahead and share my screen here and move some things around. Okay, we do have a special guest today, which is Logan Welbaum. He is the founder of Plai, which now has a white label version for AI ads. I mean, it's like super incredible. I've done some training on it. Not this week, but last week. So if you guys have not checked it out, definitely do that. It's a super simple integration into HighLevel. Hello, Logan. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Let me show everyone how they can join the meeting, and then we will get started. Let me share my screen here. Okay, so if you guys are a member of our program, you can go to bridgetbartlett.com. You want to click the events tab here. This will take you to our calendar, and you will see our date today is, what is the date today? Today is the 18th. So you want to click here to join the Zoom, and you'll see here, it takes you to this page. You just want to click here. This is actually the same link that takes you into your resource area. So you want to go into the Zoom support area, and you want to, it'll actually automatically direct you there. But if you did want to go to the resource area, go to training.myvisionagency.com. You want to log in, go ahead and go to the weekly Q&A and just click here to join the Zoom meeting. Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome, Logan. How is everyone today?
Doing great. Doing great. I'm in California. How about everyone else?
Yay. So I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Awesome.
Corpus Christi, Texas.
Awesome.
Philip, are you? Illinois, yeah.
Yep.
You're so close to me.
Detroit, Michigan.
Awesome.
Frankie, are you on camera today? Sometimes you're incognito. I don't remember where Frankie's from. Super cool. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
So Logan, I would love for you, like I said, I've done some training on Plai, but I actually love Plai because I am all about the organic marketing. I have run thousands of dollars. Well, let me say I've wasted thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. Yeah. Because you worked with Facebook and Google, and everyone else knows too, because I bet everyone here has probably lost a lot of money running ads because you have to know so many things about ads. And then local business clients, they don't know the first thing about running ads. So it's like, it's such a valuable skill set, but it's not one that everyone wants to be an expert at. So I'm super, super excited about Plai, because it makes that process super easy. And I have been testing out some ads and I'm really impressed with the result, much better than I could get on my own.
Awesome to hear. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many different little features and just little checkboxes, buttons inside of these ad platforms that are always changing. And that's kind of like what we do on the back end. Like we really safety guard all of your budget to make sure that you're not, getting thousands of just random people to your site, but you're getting high quality people and leads to your site. And yeah, I mean, just like Bridget said, like there's just so many different features that are added in all these platforms. And we're always staying on top of all the new features and just adding it right into Plai for you and for your clients. So you don't have to take all these courses and stay up to date on all these things because it's changing every week. So that's one of the things that we do to try to help you get that better performance too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys work really hard at that because I'm super, super impressed. Could you share with everyone a little bit of your background and how you came about, starting Plai?
Yeah, I mean, I started just as a small business myself. I created a e-commerce site. I actually taught myself how to sew. So I was creating, clothing, and I was like getting into design, and I was like, okay, I have this cool product, but like no one's coming, like it's like almost like that thing where I built it and then no one came. And I was like, okay, what is this? Like, how can I get people to my site? And I figured out Google ads. I figured out particularly like Google display ads and YouTube ads. And I was able to show my clothing brand, which was like very kind of surfing clothing, on sites like the Surf Report, which shows, like a wave report every morning. And I would target sites like that, show the ads, and actually scale the business to get into several retailers like Urban Outfitter and more. But I just kind of fell in love with marketing it versus the actual like designing the clothing. So that's how I got my job at Google, was just training thousands of small businesses and agencies how to actually scale your business with Google ads. So that's what I did a lot of my time, was creating Academy for Ads, which trains thousands of marketers. Some of my videos are still up there on Google Partner site, where we're just trying to like give you so many tips. But I did similar things at Facebook, where I taught businesses about, scaling their brand with Facebook ads. And there's just so many courses that I had to create, so many different documents. And I was like, this just has to be way easier for local businesses, home providers, plumbers, food truck owners. So that's why I created Plai. We started about 2 years ago, and really the goal is just to help small local businesses become big brands with advertising without having to hire, or spend thousands and thousands of dollars, just helping them launch ads effectively to get a head start. So that's how we started Plai. Right now we have our standard version, which actually has close to 3,000 small business clients who are just launching ads themselves. And that's everyone from Etsy shop owners to Teachable instructors to pizza shops and plumbers. And we launched our white label version last month, which has been going really well for agency owners with our integration with HighLevel.
So did you ever run ads as an agency?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I was running them for my own business, and then I actually like ran ads at Google and at Facebook, like for Facebook. I was running ads for them to like grow our partnerships with companies, with other companies that we partnered with.
So what would you say? Because I'm so fascinated by like automation and AI, and how I'm all about saving time and money. Obviously, most of us are, but that's what I love so much about automation, is it allows us to save our time, which equals money. Time is our most valuable asset. So how would you compare the time that it would take you to create the ad copy, to get the ad all set up for a client, compared to like the way that you do, even with all of your experience? How does that time that it would take you to set all of that up compare to setting up an ad with Plai?
I mean, over the course of a week, this is saving about 85% of your time launching ads, just because with our integration with OpenAI and ChatGPT, like all you have to do, we call it like a text to ad creation model, where you just add a prompt very similar to ChatGPT. And in seconds, we will create 5 different headlines, 5 different descriptions, and do all the A/B testing, as well as recommend the targeting for you. So we'll help find your audience. And, right now, like 10 out of 10 agencies are just limiting their scale by having to, really sell their time and get in these ad management platforms like Meta Ads or Google Ads. So having this tool assist you and just give your clients even a head start by already having best practices built into it, it's saving just a lot of time, especially just on the ad creation side and the optimization side.
I think that a lot of agencies, when they start running paid ads for clients, their biggest struggle is just getting their like business accounts, getting access to all of those. So I really do love the whole idea that you just create a Plai account for them inside of your white label agency, and then they can get those things. Of course, you could help them, but just the process is much easier to understand and more streamlined than say, okay, we're going to run all these ads for you. Now I need you to give me access to your Google account. I need you to all of those things. I just think it really simplifies, which simplification is saving time. It really simplifies that whole process.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many different things to learn in these platforms. And I mean, I could also happy to answer more questions, but I think it's also like happy to share my screen and kind of like walk you through it as well. But like Bridget said, like what's really cool about this is that you don't need to hop on that hour-long call of like, hey, can I get Facebook page access, Instagram page access? Once your clients connect the ad account, you can automatically go in and create ads for them and edit ads for them through the Play platform. So it saves you time there as well.
Yeah, I would love for you to go through a walkthrough. Philip, you got a question?
Yeah, I have a question. First of all, this is awesome. I just signed up today and I can't wait to just jump in and dig in and use it for myself and for my client. But speaking of that, I have a client that I run Facebook ads for currently. And we've went through that process, right? Can I get access to your account? Blah, 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 that whole deal. So we're in this thing now. So, but what would be the best way or the more seamless way to, by the way, he has a Go HighLevel agency account outside of my account, right? So I manage his account in his Go HighLevel. What would be the seamless way for me to kind of migrate him over to using this? I can still manage his stuff, but just use the Plai white label platform. Sorry for the long question, but
yeah, I mean, I think like the easiest way is just once you add, because it's so easy, like all you're going to do is just add this as a custom menu link. They will, your client will see that custom menu link on their side panel. There's just a quick sort of screen where they'll just add their name and email, and they'll automatically be added as a client underneath you. And you can just switch into their account at any time. But the first thing that they would do is just connect their platforms and good to go. Like they can just launch ads right within here. Especially if they already have a Facebook ad account, it only takes less than 30 seconds to actually like get up and running and like launch your first ad.
Okay. But I don't necessarily want him running, like launching ads, this particular client. But is there any way to stop him from that, or it's just, it is what it is?
Yeah. So they can get in like once they like, so you would want to create the ads for them.
Correct.
Inside of Plai. Yeah. So there's no way to really like stop them, but what you can do is just say like, hey, I will take care of this for you. Just connect your ad accounts, and then you can go in and just create the ads for them, and they can just see the results. So it's very transparent. So it's good to also have them have access, because they can just see the results right there. And it also saves time on that, weekly or by, multiple times a week of like saying, what are the results? What's happening? They can just go in and see the results right within this.
Very cool. Thank you.
That transparency is awesome. Philip, if you were wondering about, since he has his own HighLevel account, you actually, when you sign up for the white label version, you can connect your own domain. So if you want him to just have like external, like outside of your agency, you want him to have access to that, you could do that as well. Or you could just not give him access to any of the tools and then have him have access to your HighLevel agency. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, also, if you already have access, you could just connect the accounts and just take a screenshot of the reports and send it. But yeah, like that's a cool thing. Like if you don't use Go HighLevel, if you ever want to move away, just know that there's an option to actually host this on your own custom domain, which it's very quick for that as well.
Yeah, cool. I actually did both.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I would love for you to do a walkthrough, and of course I've done this, but you are much better at ads. I would love to see your whole setup and your whole presentation and kind of the golden nuggets tinkering around in your brain while you set all of that up.
Yeah, of course. Can everyone see this?
Yep.
Okay, so first I'm just gonna I could just show you how easy it is to integrate into HighLevel. Just quickly in the ad accounts for 30 seconds, how to connect your ad accounts. And then we can get into the fun part of like launching an ad with ChatGPT. So first, all you have to do to connect to HighLevel is that you'll get a custom menu link right here. So you're just going to copy this one-time custom menu link and add it to your Go HighLevel account. And your clients can click on that. And as soon as they add their name and email, they'll be added as a client under you, for you to be able to switch into any of these platforms at any time. And once they connect their ad accounts, you can go in and create ads for them, or they can just launch their own ads. And that's the integration with GHL. That's how easy it is. So here's the link right here. And we also have tutorial videos right here. Lastly, on this platform is on this screen is that there's a sort of like an upsell opportunity for you. So we're always adding platforms. Right now we have 7 different ad platforms. Snapchat will be coming next month. And we also have Bing coming very soon. So what this allows you to do is offer like an upsell opportunity. So we've already seen agencies start offering somewhat of a standard package of Facebook, Instagram, Google Search, and Google Display. And you can, once your client gets this package, you can say, hey, you know what? We also offer YouTube and TikTok and LinkedIn. So it's like an upsell opportunity with all these different platforms in here. To connect the accounts, all your client has to do is just go right here to the Connect tab, and they can just connect their ad accounts right here, select their Facebook or Instagram page, and we have traffic, leads, and conversions right now. So we can just go ahead and like launch an ad with a lead ad campaign. I know a lot of HighLevel companies like using or agencies like using lead ads, because you can map it back to your HighLevel integration and kick off like any sort of automations that you have. So all we have to do is just go to this ads tab right here and just select your platform. So you can select Facebook, for example. And what we're going to do, like we could do this for like a watch company, for example. So all we're going to do is just tap this down arrow right here. And this is going to open up our ChatGPT OpenAI integration. So all you have to do is just add the client's website. So for this one, we can do like California Jewelers. And I apologize for my spelling. I've been using too much AI. I don't really, sorry, I apologize for my spelling if it's off, but all you have to do is add your website right here. For this, all we're going to do is just kind of say like what this company does. So like this one is going to be like watch repairs. And the name of it is just California Jewelers. That's it. So like that's all you have to do. And we're going to just have generate description right here to finish out the rest of the prompt down here. And you can see this is already written somewhat of a prompt. So you can say, this already says California Jewelers is a specialized business focused on watch repairs with a commitment to precision and quality. So what you can do here is like, you can add your offer text, like first repair free, or you can just play around with this section to edit your ad text or your targeting at any time. I'm just going to leave it like this, but just know this is kind of where you would want to edit to say, to add your client's offer or anything else, but that's pretty much it. I'm just going to tap generate content from there. And what this is doing is that it's creating ads across all of your connected platforms. So I have all my platforms connected. So it's creating ad copy. It's actually creating like hundreds of different ad combinations that will automatically be A/B tested to show the best headline, the best description, and the best targeting over time. So it's taking care of like all that optimizations within your ad right here. And this is doing it across Google Search, Google Display, Facebook, and more. And we could already see like part of the ad preview right here. So we have an integration with Shutterstock with millions of videos, and we pay a lot of money for our partnership with them to license these videos automatically for you. So like once you launch the ad, the Shutterstock watermark is automatically removed. And these are like just many of the ad combinations already that are already tested across all these different placements. And we can go in here and see some of the targeting that's already recommended for us. So targeting, finding your audience, there's over 3 billion monthly active users across Facebook and Instagram. So finding them is difficult, but with this, we kind of already recommend some targeting for you. We can click in here into the creative and see all of this ad text with emojis, best practices, and what this is doing. And you can edit these at any time too. You can just type whatever you want right here. You can remove them. What we're doing is that we're providing all these recommendations for you, but you're still in control of all of this. So here's all the ad text that's already created. You can select an existing lead form, or you can create a lead form right within the tool by adding any fields that you want. We can go into the video section right here, and we can see like some of these other creatives right here. So we can see these. You can also upload your own videos or images. You can select from your Facebook page, from your Facebook ads account, or you can just search for it on Shutterstock right here and pull in any of these images that you want or videos. And that's pretty much it. Like that's how easy it was to actually create a high performing ad that's already being A/B tested. There's, like I said, like you're still in control. So you can go into this targeting section. You can also do retargeting campaigns. If we still want to stick with new people, you can also create lookalikes, which is pretty difficult to do and hard to find like in the actual ad manager, but we make it very simple. If you still want to stick with interests, you can leave this wide open. You can clear all of these out and let the algorithm do its thing to find your audience. You can narrow, and that's pretty much it. We already have these recommended right here. You can do radius targeting. Let's say there's a watch shop in Copenhagen in Denmark. You can just target, 20 miles around that address and launch your ad. So that's how easy it was for Facebook. All we would have to do from there is just add the budget, like $2 a day, $20 a day, whatever. That's it. So we just add a budget and we would just create the ad from there. That's how easy it is. We can go over to Google and see what it's also done on Google search, because this is right here. Any connected ad platform, it's already recommending all the targeting around based on your prompt. So here's all the keywords that are selected. We can also see all the ad text already written for Google search. So like this is already saving so much time, because you're going to have to bounce. If you don't have a tool like Play, you're going to have like 20 tabs open trying to do all this stuff. Where here, this is all just done automatically right within the tool. You can also add lead form ads that we just launched today, where you can do lead form ads in Google. It's pretty hard to do that if you don't use Google Ads often and find this option, but you can create lead form ads right within Google and map it back to GHL. And just going back to some of the targeting and safety rails that Bridget mentioned also, what you can do here is like, if you just ran this straight on Google Ads without kind of knowing exactly what's happening, you could show up for random searches, because unfortunately, like they want to, Google, Facebook, they like getting money, right? So they'll set all of these keywords to broad match, meaning that you can show up for, things like services. So even if you're marketing watch services, you could show up for plumbing services, for car services. But what we've done is that we add safety rails around these keywords. So we set these keywords to exact match and phrase match, things that you don't even have to worry about on the back end, just to safety guard your budget and make sure you're getting high quality leads and traffic to your site. You can search for any keyword and always add any other keywords that you want. But like what we recommend is to really like keep the whole targeting very like theme focused and topic focused. So this one, it's like, this is very focused on watch repair. And let me show you an example of like how you can actually create ads at scale. Because one thing that Google, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, all these ad platforms will do, and like why we call this tool Play, is because it is almost like a game that Google, Facebook, TikTok, all these platforms play. And the better that your ad matches your landing page, matches who you're targeting, whether it's the ad text, the keywords, the landing page, the better that you get everything matching together, they'll give you a higher ad quality score and a better ad relevance, which can make your ad cost cheaper. So that's what we're trying to do here. And like, let's say this is, California Jewelers is also a jewelry repair shop. All you would have to do is just remove watch with jewelers and just generate your content from there. And all of a sudden you have ads for jewelers. And what this allows you to do is really like launch ads at a low budget. So like I would launch this ad probably at like, even $5 a day or so, one for watch repairs and another one for jewelry repairs, and just kind of see like which one is doing better. And I would pause the ad that's not doing well and put budget behind the ad that is doing well. And this allows you to create these tightly themed ads at scale and just easily just go into the prompt, change a few words, and you can get that ad and just sort of see what's working. Many of you might work with small businesses, for example, but even that is a very, very broad definition, because there's home services in there, there's dentist office and things like that. So what you can do here is just make it very targeted, saying like, maybe you help plumbers, for example. So you could just do like lead generation for plumbers right here, or lead generation for roofers. That just makes you very targeted and cut through all the clutter. And it takes a long time to do that in these ad managers, but you can just add the prompt right here and create your ad and see what's working. Because like that's what digital marketing is. It's not magic, it's just testing. And that's what our tool really allows you to do. And once you find that ad that is working, to scale it, all you have to do is just add your budget, and you can edit your ads at any time and see all of your results right within here. So if we look at this result right here, we can see exactly what's going on. So we also offer like a calendar system. And this is what you will see, your clients will see, but it's a very clear and straightforward calendar system as far as what's happening day 1, week 1, week 2. Like, is your ad even approved? Is it getting views? Is it above benchmarks? And you can see all of your results right here, as well as kind of what ad or keyword is performing the best right here. And that's pretty much it for launching ads. Like, that's how easy it is to do this at scale. And lastly, what we've seen successful agencies do is that they will go into this Creative Hub section, and you can create templates for your clients, very similar to like how we did that prompt section. So you can create templates for them. And let's say I work with carpet cleaners. I have this template here. I can just tap these 3 dots, share it with my clients, whatever client I want. And all they would have to do, because they would see this in their account, all they would have to do is just tap create ad. So it's even less of a step for them because they already have the creative and everything. They would just add their budget and launch their ad. But that's essentially how easy this is.
So that's really awesome. I didn't realize that you could share templates among the accounts. So really, if you are in a specific niche and you have like a great ad copy, you could just, every time you sign someone up, just add that to their account. That's super cool. I was thinking of it like the use case of like creating they would be super impressed, right? They log into their account. You quickly have created this ad copy and this video and set all this up, and they just choose their budget. That would be really impressive. But having a specific niche and then having like maybe a selection of templates to choose from, that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So what I would love to ask, like, what do you think that Plai does that like stands out among the other like AI ads tools?
Yeah, I mean, one is definitely like the best practices that we include in the tool. 2 is just like ease of use. So like other AI ad tools are pretty, I'm not even sure, like, I would say like one of the bigger differences is just ease of use. And like, we've just focused really on small businesses. Like, we developed this for essentially your clients first. So we really focus on just making this extremely, extremely easy to use by just adding your prompt and creating an expert ad in seconds. Some of these other AI ad tools, if there are, I don't think we're kind of like the first people to launch this text to ad feature. And I would say just very, very simple to use. Also the price, and there's no minimum budgets that you can do here. Any other marketing tools, they might be, requiring, $10,000 a month of spend. Here, you can even get started with $2 a day, $1 a day, get your tests in and see kind of get your ads launched and see what's working and scale from there. So those are the few things right there.
Maria, I see you had a question.
Yeah, I heard you say that you can add this to your custom domain. And can you explain that? Because I do have my custom domain that's outside of Go HighLevel. I'm just curious,
Yeah.
can you exist?
Yeah, let me share my screen one more time. So back here on the admin tab, you can select the HighLevel integration, or you can select this custom domain option. This is my custom domain, just as an example. But all you would have to do is just tap connect custom domain. I already have one, so it will just say update. But you just add your custom domain here. I always like using somewhat of like a subdomain, because like advertgenerator.com, that would be like my landing page for people to learn more. But ads.advertgenerator, that's when someone says like sign up or get started. So I would do something like ads dot whatever your business is. I'm just going to change this a little bit because I already have it. All you have to do, like whether you use Google domains or GoDaddy or whatever, all you have to do is just add this value into the A records. It might take 24 to 48 hours to go live on this custom domain. But that's it. Like, you just have to add these A records. We will take care of all the SSL certificate, the HTTPS side. And once your domain is connected, because it's live on the internet, anyone could sign up. But we've created a registration process. So the first time, it's just a one-time invite link that you would send your clients. So we've seen people, send this on a Stripe page, or however you collect payments. Maybe it's PayPal. many of these payment processors will have like a confirmation sort of page saying, okay, you paid, thank you. You can just add this invite link on that page, and this will help. This will allow, or you can just email it to your clients. But all they would have to do is just add their name, their email, and password on this link, and that's it. They would be able to access your custom domain and your ad tool at any time.
Oh, that's smart. I never thought about routing that as the confirmation page. That's awesome.
Yeah, especially like at scale, it's super easy, but you can also just email this to them once you've confirmed payment, either way.
Yeah, I set mine to email because that's just what I thought of first. But then when you said the add that as the I was like, what? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so smart. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So it takes care of the registration. So only paid users will be able, only paying users would be able to access your tool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anybody else have any questions for Logan? No? So I did have some more questions, obviously. So I'm curious, what made you decide, because I know that you've, Play's been out for a couple of years, but what made you go white label for HighLevel? Was it specifically for HighLevel? I know you have the specific integration, but is it only for HighLevel, or is it white label just in general?
Yeah, with the custom domain feature, you can actually integrate this into FlowTrack, into any platform, like whether you use Wix or whatever, you can actually integrate this into any platform. But for HighLevel, I try to talk to our clients, our customers as often as possible. I've actually just been doing all the demo calls for all of our white label customers these past few weeks to try to understand and make this platform better. So I just want to give a shout out to 3 people who kept emailing me even before we launched this white label platform. They're Go HighLevel customers, but Nair, Celsato, Brady DeVoe, and Brad Jorgensen, they would email me every single day for months just saying, hey, you should make this white label for Go HighLevel. You should make this for white label for Go HighLevel. And so it's pretty much just Go HighLevel agencies and those 3 people asking us to do it. And that's how we did it, just listening to customers. That's why we decided to do it.
Yeah, that's really, I think a lot of business owners underestimate the value in the customer feedback. That's one of the things that Sean Clark, the CEO of HighLevel, this is one of the things that he talks about all the time, is the reason that they created HighLevel and all of these features within HighLevel is simply from the feedback. They just listen to the community. What do you want? And then provide the solutions, which sounds like a no-brainer. But when you actually do that, it's phenomenal, the things that happen. I think it was a great decision because HighLevel is growing leaps and bounds. And there are a lot of really great software companies that are now making white label versions specifically for HighLevel. I mean, why not just piggyback off of that? Because obviously agencies, they need paid ads and they need to have a system where they can scale, because if most of us are just 1-person teams, so how many clients really can you take on if you're not using a tool like this?
Exactly. Yeah. And this helps you because you can still focus on, let's say you have larger clients, you can still manage their ads if you want, or have them do this, but this allows you to bring on those extra clients easily and have them launch their own ads. Maybe we've seen people start at $10 a day and scale to $100 a day, which is a lot for a small business. And, you can definitely upcharge them or bring them on as, more of a high touch client in the future. But this is a great way to just bring on more clients and build that relationship with them.
Can you talk a little bit about what the plans with, I get this question a lot. When you add, with HighLevel agencies, you add a software into your value stack. And then I get the question all the time, well, what do I charge for that? What would you recommend that HighLevel agencies, what type of packages would they have? And what would you charge for something like that?
The standard one that we've been seeing is about $500 a month, even up to $700 or so a month for that, just for that Facebook, Instagram, Google search, Google display. But it's really up to you. And as we add more platforms, into this tool, you're able just to create your pricing packages. But we've seen around 500 to 700 as sort of like the sweet spot for agencies who have already signed up.
And so is that for, that is just for the management or the software, or is that also including ad spend?
Yeah, that is just for the software, just for them to be able to use the software, and they would just use their own ad spend because it's just already so much cheaper than them having to hire an agency. And also there is no minimum ad spend. So they can just spend, $5 a day, $10 a day, and just get started launching ads easily. So it's just for the software, and you can always provide more high touch support for them. Like with that Creative Hub feature, you can create templates for them and even charge more as an add-on for your clients.
Maria, I saw your hand up.
I was just looking at your website and I noticed you have an affiliate program. Do you have to be a paying member to be an affiliate?
Ideally you are, but no, you don't have to be. You don't have to be a paying member to become an affiliate.
Because I saw it's an ambassador program too. What is that about?
Yeah, we just want to work closely with our affiliates. So affiliates, ambassadors, same thing for us, but we just want to, work closely with you. We even create custom landing pages for you, and we offer 30% recurring monthly commission for our affiliates.
Cool. Well, thank you.
So
Yeah.
what are some of the plans and things that you have like on the roadmap for the future for Plai?
Yeah, next week we'll have Facebook Messenger ads coming in. I can pull up my roadmap real quick. I just shared this in the Facebook group yesterday, but we'll have Snapchat ads in September. We'll have probably before, I'll just say a few of the big ones. So Messenger ads on Facebook will be next week. We just launched Google Lead ads today. And before the end of the year, we're looking at having Snapchat ads, Bing ads, and potentially Spotify ads all on the platform, as well as just several other smaller features. There's many things that we're also doing around making AI creative for images. So you might have heard of a tool called addcreative.ai. They're pretty expensive, but they what they do is they allow you to create 50 different image templates in seconds, just based on a few sort of fields that you enter. So you would just add the business name and things like that. So what we're doing is that we have a Creative Hub coming in, of Creative Hub V2, where you can create templates at scale with images using AI to create all of these different image ads, kind of similar to Canva. You might be creating some images in Canva. A very similar feature to that, and to addcreative.ai will also be in Plai. So those are the top priorities before January 2024.
Are there any specific niches that you would think work best with Plai or running ads?
Yeah. I mean, home services do really well. If you're doing home services, I would definitely home services, meaning plumbers, roofers, electricians, things like that. I would definitely use Plai, and specifically Google ads, because what I'm trying to, I know a lot of people might run a lot of Facebook ads, but what Facebook is missing is that intent factor. So YouTube is the biggest search engine in the world. Google's the biggest search engine in the world. YouTube's the second biggest search engine in the world. Amazon's up there as well. But what Google and YouTube allow you to do is reach people when they're actively searching for intent. So you can show up on Google when someone's saying, plumber near me, or watch repair near me, or need plumber fast. It's usually those emergency type situations where Facebook is missing that timing. So on Google, which we offer, and a lot of our ad spend is running through Google. Google is probably one of our top platforms. So I would say local services are doing very, very well here. E-commerce shops do very, very well. Coaches do well. So those are some of our top categories are the e-commerce, local services, restaurants, but it works across verticals. Those tend to be our biggest ones though.
Are there any niches or categories that you think, man, they don't work out? I know I have a few clients in a history in pharmacy, and so they always have issues running ads. Are there any niches like that, or businesses that you would think, man, just it's a lot?
Banking and credit, mortgages, they have a lot of restrictions around them in Facebook. Like we also offer like a special ad category option you can select, but like, mortgages, anything that has to do with sort of credit is very, very restricted on all of these platforms. So you just have to be very careful with that. Exactly, like you mentioned, in the medical field, typically like chiropractors are fine, med spas are fine, but when you get into things like, facials are fine, massages are fine. But when you get into things like recommending certain medicines, that's where you can run into some trouble. Not really technically on the Play side, but just Facebook ad requirements, Google ad requirements. They're very specific and strict on some of those, higher service medical sort of things, credit things, and I guess medical would also be. I just see a lot of people like marketing CBD and stuff. So be careful about like, promoting products that aren't fully, I guess, you would say like legal across all states. But it's not really a Play thing. It's just making sure your account is safe on the Facebook side and Google side.
So let's say that someone was going to run an ad like that and it was rejected. What would the process be for them to resolve that using Play?
Yep. So you'll see right away if this ad was rejected. You could also just message us, or your clients can message us. We have like a chat support interface, and you can just message us and we can look into it and actually see like, okay, what is the reason? So we make ourselves extremely available to you or to your clients. So on our site, we even have a contact us page. But we try to show you the reason as far as like what exactly happened. But yeah, certain keywords are blocked. But that's just really around very medical related things and credit related things. So you can reach out to us. We're happy to take a look and see if there's a workaround. We've ran millions and millions of dollars on ads ourselves and even through Play. So we can kind of give you a guidance as far as like, maybe you should remove this keyword and focus, instead of like saying exactly what it is, and focus on the benefits in that ad text or in the targeting. Meaning like, I'll just use that CBD example, which would be blocked on most platforms. Instead of saying, we sell CBD, whatever it is, what you can do is, instead focus on the benefits, meaning like have a good night's sleep, fix, back pain, things like that. So it's like more like focusing on the benefits versus like actually saying the product. So those are things that you can message us and we can help with.
So that alone is worth the price of admission, because I have been the one struggling to run Google ads and realizing, oh, okay, well, it is a problem with a pharmacy and they need to have all, and you can't really reach out to Google. I mean, they might refer you to like an article that's completely irrelevant to what your question was, but just having someone that knows a lot more about paid ads than you do to be able to say, hey, this is a problem, how can I resolve it? That is incredible. So I love that. Maria, I saw your hand up, ma'am.
I just wanted to tell Logan, I'm so impressed by him because he's gone from clothing design to Google, and Google to me is like a foreign language that I cannot, like a hieroglyphics or something. And I wanted to ask him, I've tried for years to try to understand a little bit more about Google. I feel so inadequate, but do you recommend? Where do I get started to learn more? Obviously, I'm not going to run my own ads anymore. I'm not even going there. I'm going to talk to you guys eventually. But what should I do just to understand?
To understand like more about Google search ads and everything.
Yeah, all that stuff. It seems so foreign, so unclear.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because if I send you anything, what we could also do, what we could also do is that I could send everyone on here. Bridget, I don't know if it's interesting, but like I have a free course I can provide to you to kind of go through like how I break things down. I made it during COVID time, so some of the interfaces might be out of date, but like the best practices are there and how you use it. I could send that over. It's free. I made it, and there is a service called, I think it's still around. This is what I was working at Google. It's Academy for Ads. They might have renamed it, but to be honest, there's just so many ins and outs that aren't even worth it because we just make it very easy. But it is called Academy for Ads. There's, I don't know, maybe 100, it's probably like 100 hours worth of content, and you can just get kind of lost in it because there's just so much. But I can send that course over. So we could figure out some way to send it over to you or to anyone else who's interested in this call.
Yeah, if you want to share that in the chat, or if you want to just send me an email, I can
Yeah,
forward that to everyone.
I'll send you an email. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I have been the one also taking courses and I'm like you, Maria. I'm like, oh my gosh, like people think I'm so techie, but when I look at things like Google Ads and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming and there's so much to know, which is why, you know, I started my whole marketing thing with paid ads because I thought, well, that's the fastest, and it is. But if you don't really know what you're doing, then not only is it not fast because you're not getting results, but you are just chunking away the money like it's just raining money. It's like, oh my gosh, these ads aren't converting, and there's so much that you have to know. That's why that's why I haven't really focused on paid ads. But when I saw Play, I was like, angels were singing in the background because I was like, this is exactly what I need myself. And of course, I always think if I need it, everyone else needs it too. And so I love the white label version and even more the affiliate program, because all of my community, we're all high level agency owners. So that's, if I need it, I always think, well, they need it too.
Mhm.
Duh.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
I see your hand is up. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I am considering paid ads. I haven't done that much. And my products are digital. There's nothing physical about my products. My question was, the results that you see most beneficial, do they come by way of a phone call or a text or an email? Do the customers to the client call or text or phone?
Yeah, I mean, for digital products, ideally what it is, it's like that conversion. So like you can set up in Play to optimize for that conversion. Let me just make sure I'm answering this question right. Let me know if I'm missing it. But you can, for selling digital products, there's many people who, you know, like teachable instructors, where they create their courses. Can I ask like what the digital product is? Is it a course or an ebook? Or
Yes, it's a course, and it's also a website with tips and tricks.
Yep. So what you can do is you can run Facebook lead ads right through Play. You can get the leads, throw them into a high level automation and kind of email nurture them. That's like a cheap way to do it because all you're really paying for is just the lead. And the lead price depends on the cost of a product, right? Like a lead is going to cost more if I'm selling a $20,000 car versus a $20 t-shirt. So, but what you can do is like, definitely you can do lead ads, and what you can do is like, you're just paying to get the lead, and then you can nurture them on email and convert them to your digital products. So lead ads are a conversion that people go for. Calls, I would say, are really for, you can do call extensions in Play so people can call your business. That's really good for Google search and for local businesses. But I would focus more on like just getting leads or even sending people to your website, and just kind of like getting them to learn more about the product, and then they could sign up from your site as well. But I honestly, for you, I would focus on Facebook lead ads, and it's just a simple tap and Play that you can just select. And what that does is that just opens up a lead form inside of Facebook. So they don't go over to your site, but what they'll do is that, you know, you have all the offer text, you have the text that describes your ebook or course, and they can sign up and you can just email them. And then it's basically free marketing from there because you can just email nurture them. And then all you pay for is the lead.
Well, I don't think I'm understanding totally. Play charges per lead. That
So,
is, go ahead. How's the charge go? Because you said something about more expensive items. Heretofore, I've only gotten leads, and it's my job to use the leads in whatever way I want. It doesn't matter whether I'm selling a refrigerator or a piece of bubble gum. It doesn't matter the cost of the good. But
for the
charge.
Yeah. So just like for the cost of the product, like to get like a high qualified lead, it's going to just when you pay for the cost per lead. So if we go back to ad spend, whatever credit card is on file is what will be charged. Like we don't charge, we just charge our subscription basis. But
Right.
for your ad costs, it's just based on mostly like it could be cost per click. It's not really like cost per results, but it is kind of like a cost per result, but like you're just paying for essentially cost per clicks, cost per visits to your site, which end up being the cost per lead or cost per conversion. And when I'm saying like the lead might cost more, like a highly qualified lead to reach them might cost more to reach someone who's buying a $20,000 product versus a product that's only $20.
Yeah. And
Let
that's
me-
determined by the product or the, I mean, I still don't, it's not sinking in. A lead to me is a lead. And if it's someone that I can funnel to one thing, one product, why can't I use that same lead and funnel him to another product? And how am I paying different for that?
You can definitely funnel them over to a different product, but are they going to be interested in that product? And are they going to also, have enough money to pay for that product? So it's also like when you're looking at cost per lead, like even cost per conversion, it's just going to be costing more to get someone over to a high paying product, because there's no way that you can ever convert someone, like let's say like a car company who's selling a $20,000 car. There's no way that their cost per lead will ever be $1 because it's just such an expensive product. So like $1 lead in probably 99% of cases will most likely never convert to that $20,000 product. It's just too much of a price jump because you have to find the right person. So that right person, that's going to just cost a little bit more to get that someone who's willing to pay $20,000 for a car versus, if does that make sense? Or
I got it.
it's like if you're selling a $20 t-shirt, yes, ideally the item is you're getting a lead for like $1, and then what you can do is like nurture them, maybe send them emails, get them over to that $20 t-shirt. But it's just, even psychologically, it's just a much bigger purchase, so it's going to cost more to get that customer who's spending $20,000 versus a $20 t-shirt.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right. So you're it's really, your cost per lead is really determined by so many different factors. It's determined by like your targeting, and you're going to have to do a lot of testing, especially if it's a $20,000 car, but a lot of businesses are happy to do that, because even if it costs $20 or $40 per lead, if your product is a $20,000 car, you will pay that all day long. But if you're, giving away a free ebook and your lead is 60 cents, that's okay, as long as you're on the back end promoting something else that is of value. So if it's like the HighLevel, agency, or your white label brand or something like that, that's great to get a lead for 60 cents because you're giving something free in exchange for that. So there's lots of strategy that goes into the actual cost per lead. But once the lead is yours, it's yours. Retarget them with whatever you want to.
Right.
But like Logan's saying, you just have to be really specific about, is this the right offer for these people? That's what's great about ads. It's just like content creation, right? You create a video for your perfect target audience, or you put ads behind that video for your perfect target audience. But regardless, your audience is your audience.
Yeah.
Yep. And a good sort of like way to look at it too is that you should be willing to like sort of spend about 30% advertising cost of sales. Meaning if your product costs $100, you should be willing to at least pay $30 to convert that customer, and ideally like lower it over time. But that is like a massive profit for you. If you're just spending 30% advertising cost to however much revenue you're bringing in, that's a big win. And the goal is to like just bring it down from there. So like that's sort of like the benchmarks that we look at, is at least staying around that 30% advertising cost of sales. And again, if that's like $100, if you're selling $100 product, you should at least be willing to spend at least $30 to get that customer. And you're just going to be printing money if you're able to do that at scale. So that's kind of like a benchmark that we try to stay around too.
Thanks.
If you are taking clients, Logan, and you're trying to figure out like your packages and if this business is even, pre-qualified to run ads, what would you say is a good like budget to start with? Like, you have the testing process and all of that stuff. So what would you say if you're talking to a client, it would be like a good starting budget for ads?
Yep. I mean, even when I've managed, multi-million-dollar campaigns over the course of a month, I'll just launch, 10 different tests, like 10 different ad combinations. Even like you could do that through the prompt. Let's just take that jewelry example. Jewelry watch repair shop. I would create just even for $2 a day or $5 a day, different tests and just sort of see like what's working. You can easily see in the results section as far as what's working. And then what you can do is just scale from there. So like, honestly, even if I'm managing campaigns that are spending $5 million a month, it's best just to create several tests at $5 a day and see what's working. And then you can scale from there. Like that's what I always do, even though ideally, like if we go back to that, I don't want to get like too marketing technical because we just make it so easy, but I do try to spend about like $5 a day for any new person who's just starting out. Because, I've spent my own money on ads. I know it can be somewhat daunting. So it's like, if you're able just to start out with $1 a day, $2 a day, and just test different things, you're able just to grow faster. Because if you just put even $20 a day over the course of a month, that's a good amount at $20 a day. So like, instead of just spending $20 a day on one ad, I would split that up into 4 different campaigns and run it at $5 each, because that way I can see what offer is doing best, what targeting is doing best. And I would just pause the ads that aren't working and scale what is working. So I always do about, try to create 3 to 4 campaigns at $5 a day, even if I'm managing millions of dollars a month. And then we were able to scale from there.
Yeah, that's smart. So I did want to ask you one more question, then I respect your time. When you are creating an ad and it creates all of these variations for A/B split testing, let's say that there's one ad that is just blowing them all out of the water. Do I or someone who's managing it, do we need to go in there and deactivate those inside of Plai, or is Plai smart enough to just kind of allocate the money towards those working ads or the more productive ads?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we optimize the assets. So like in that example for that watch repair shop that we did, we would optimize the assets, like with the headlines, the descriptions, everything in that campaign. So any input that you put in that one ad will be optimized to show the best results. But if you create multiple ads, that's where you would kind of need to go in and pause it. Like we do have features coming where it's optimizing across your entire account with auto recommendations with AI saying, hey, you should pause this ad or turn that ad on or off. But right now it's creating all the tests within that campaign that you create, all the different images, the targeting, the assets. So that single campaign is optimized to try to give you the best results. But if you create multiple campaigns, you have to go in and kind of like just pause the ads, but you can easily see like, and we easily show you this ad is below benchmarks. So I would just like pause that and you can always edit these ads anytime within the platform. So you can add more budgets to the ones that are working. But in the future, yes, like when you launch any ad, we're just going to provide you like an entire account recommendation as far as like, okay, you should just pause this one. But right now it's within that single ad, we will do all the A/B testing based on all those assets that are created.
Yeah, I love that. And I do love those benchmarks as well, because I can't tell you, like when I was first running ads, how many times I didn't even really know if it was working, honestly. Yeah. And I can't tell you how many times I Google, like, what's a good cost per click or what's a good, so I love just being able to go in there and be like, oh, okay, well, this is falling in with the parameters, so it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, I really love that. Congratulations on Play. It's super, super cool. And I'm really excited about the white label version. I love the high level integration. I think that people's agencies are just going to be completely transformed with this addition to their agency. So thank you so, so much for joining us, Logan. I really, really appreciate it. I love all of the value bombs you dropped in here, and I'm sure we'll have you on again for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, everyone. And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Bridget.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you guys want to hang out just a few minutes, I do want to spin the wheel before we go. Logan, you're welcome to go, or you're welcome to stay and enjoy the game. But
Yeah.
thank you so
I
much.
would love to join next time, but thank you all so much
Yeah.
for your time.
Yeah. Thanks. Have a good one.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I want to make sure that I got everyone on our wheel here, the wheel of fun. Okay, so let's see, we have Ray, Cindy, Maria, Ricky. Let's see, Philip is in here. Okay. All right, and we have parents. Okay, so I think I have everyone here. So I'm going to call out the names that I have, and if I missed anyone, please, please, please let me know. Let me share my screen here. So we have Ray, Maria, Ricky, Frankie, Cindy, Terrence, and Philip. Am I missing anyone? No? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel then. I thought it was going to be Philip. Ray!
Hey, that's great.
Ray's the winner.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ray, would you like a free 30-minute private consultation with me, or would you like 2 reseller licenses?
I'd like the consultation, please.
Alrighty, I will send you the link as soon as we're done here.
Okay.
Did you guys have any questions for me, or any comments or thoughts about AI ads? And
I just can't wait for your training on this.
definitely check out the training that I did, not this week, but last week. I did go through a lot of this, but of course there's lots to come. But you know, I have to, I'm actually running my own ads, and I purposefully ran them without changing anything. So I wanted to see if we just used what Play provides as the copy, and the targeting and all of that stuff. I just wanted to see the results from that. So far, I'm super impressed. So, but I did want to do some more testing and things like that before I really dive into the training, because I certainly don't want to teach you guys the wrong thing. And I'm far from a master of ads, which is why I love Play. Super excited about that.
I noticed on his website, there's a new product called Plaito, Plaito. And I didn't have time to get into it, but he's branching out to something.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely cool to check out for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really enjoyed it. I love learning more about, well, really, you know, we all love learning about everything that has to do with marketing. That's why we're here. That's why we consume ourselves with all of this content, because it's fascinating. Another rabbit hole to go down. So thank you all so much for joining me. And I will see you next week. We have a new product. This one is a white label loyalty rewards software. I think you guys are going to be really, really excited about this. I know that a lot of local businesses need this, but I've also heard a lot of high-level agencies are just chomping at the bits for a white label loyalty program. So similar to affiliate marketing, except there's no actual affiliate commission, just like Starbucks, you know, you get points every time you make a purchase, and then those points add up, you get a free coffee or something like that. That's kind of, that's the gist of the software and how it all works. So we'll talk about all of that next week. But thank you again for joining me, and I will see you all Monday, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality.